cultivators! Welcome to Podcasting is Forbidden in the Cloud Recesses, kind of.
It's the not an episode.
Yeah, we're not doing an episode today. We're kind of doing an episode today. So, what happened is that we're going to be recording episode 10 tomorrow night, and then I work a lot, so I don't know when the next episode is actually going to get to come out, presumably next Monday. So, we didn't want to just sit here and not put something out this week because that's silly. So what we're going to do is just talk about the characters today. By the way, I'm Roy, aka Fuck Warlock June.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm Fallon, aka Lons is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah!
They kind of are.
Lons is the same.
And joining us is our special guest disciple.
Hi, I'm Scout, aka Chen King of the Hill.
Yeah!
Wow! Excellent.
Hell
really
yes.
good.
It took me 2.5 hours!
So, like I said, we're just going to be talking about the characters, because there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them. They all dress the same.
Everybody's got pretty similar hairstyles. Everybody wears a high ponytail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody has more or less the same hair color.
But, if you look at any boy band, you'll find that even with short hair, they all look the same.
Yeah. NSYNC, everybody looks the same in NSYNC.
I literally don't know the individual names of any of the characters, Jesus Christ, of any of the members of NSYNC other than, Justin Timberlake, I guess?
Yeah.
Justin
Timberlake is my favorite character in NSYNC.
Yeah, same with the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh... Especially with BTS, they're like, all these dudes are stunningly different. I'm like, they're as different as the Backstreet Boys were from each other, which you only know if you're a fan.
You make a boy band by making one discrete model and rendering it 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, boy bands really is the same, just like Lons is the same. A lot of the time, it's just unless you're a fan, you have trouble telling these characters apart.
It's true. And that's one of the main reasons we're doing this episode is because, one of the things that I've gotten asked about by, anybody that I've brought this show to, this entire franchise to, has been hey, how do I tell these people apart? Because there's 5 entire outfits that people get, basically. Yeah. You get one of them.
With slight variations.
Occasionally, someone wears a different color, but it's not important.
If they wear a color that isn't purple, white and red, white and blue, green or yellow, they don't matter. So,
except for Wei Wuxian.
Yeah, except for our main boy. So I'm not sure how we want to organize this. I guess we could start with Baby Boy and then kind of go from there.
Yeah, we can start with the boy himself, who is Wei Wuxian, who he is basically the only main character who doesn't wear any sect-specific robes, and it's because he's not actually a member of the Zhang clan or any other clan. The closest thing he gets to wearing sect-specific robes happens later on in this season, at the very end of the season, and then likely in this next season when he's the Eelin Patriarch, which is, I don't know, we'll get into it, but he wears black.
Yeah, he puts his own piece of flair on it.
He's extremely goth.
He's very extremely goth.
The first goth boyfriend ever.
Yeah. I don't think we need to spend a whole lot of time on him because, if you're gonna remember who anybody is, it's him.
You know who Wei Wuxian is.
Yeah, he's the fluffy boy. He's got the little ahoge.
Yep.
And he does have a lot of
Sometimes he
names.
doesn't, though, and it makes me really sad.
I know. I guess it just depends on his mood.
It depends on which body he's in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes you get 2 of them.
Yeah, sometimes you get 2 of them is the thing.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe a natural path to follow from that is talking about Lan Wangji.
Oh well, before we get onto him, I want to cover Wei Wuxian's names because everybody has a number of them. So I think it'd help to know who is named this, and this.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm raising my hand.
Yeah. What's up?
Do you know anything about what their names mean?
Yes, actually.
Uh-huh.
I'm interested in it.
It's good and fun. So Wei Wuxian, Wuxian is his courtesy name.
Yeah.
Which is the name you get when you become a big boy.
Yeah.
Which traditionally actually was when you turned 20 and you got to have a coming of age ceremony, but our author, MXTX, decided, you know what, I'm gonna make it 15 because I feel like it.
Yeah, it was, more convenient for the story, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta bend the rules like that when you're writing a story, because fuck it, it's fantasy anyway.
It's
so who actually cares?
Yeah.
As it turns out, you get to select whatever happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Wushan, I'm pretty sure it means without envy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he picked it himself, which is good.
It's very good to me.
Yeah.
It's cute. His birth name, however, which is the name you get when you are a little baby.
Your baby name.
It's
your baby
Ying,
name.
which sometimes can be spelled as infant, which is so funny to me. It's just like naming your baby baby.
Yeah.
I'm baby.
I'm baby. He's baby.
My thing
He is
with it
baby.
is,
Literally, on his birth certificate, it says baby.
It's baby. Yep, it's baby to me.
I don't remember exactly what his family name Wei means, but I know it's got the radical for the word ghost in it.
Love that.
That's
which is
rad.
cool. Yeah.
That is radical, if I do say so myself.
It's goth as fuck!
Wow.
He's a little goth metal boy.
And I mean, he was born on Halloween.
He was born goth.
How much more goth can you get, possibly?
Yeah, AGAB, assigned goth at birth.
Yeah.
Do you know if Halloween has any, if Halloween in China is a thing?
I don't know if it's a thing, but I know that, I read a thing where it was, pointing out that his birthday is Halloween and saying, Halloween, essentially has no meaning in China. So, it's not they just kind of gave him a birthday that, I don't know, they just, because China has, its own kind of Halloween...
Yeah.
Analogs, I guess, things
like
that
a spooky holiday.
Yeah, spooky holidays. And, MXTX could have picked one of those, but she didn't for reasons, I can only assume.
She wanted to make him a Scorpio.
She wanted to make him a Scorpio, which is the only valid reason. So,
I don't know about that.
Listen.
Oh, sorry.
Damn, what you gotta get Scorpios?
I know, you're gonna make an enemy. We have a lot of Scorpio listeners.
No. Scorpios are great. There's just so many of them.
There are many of them.
Because everybody fucks on Valentine's Day.
People be fucking on Valentine's Day. That is true.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is why there's so many Scorpios. I'm currently having a brain genius moment over here.
Oh, God.
Whoa.
Jesus, yeah, it's a lot to take in, I admit.
Yikes.
The first time I realized it, I was like, ugh.
Yeah. But yeah, back to the baby boy. So
he's Wei Ying.
He's Wei Ying.
He's Wei Wuxian.
He's Wei Wuxian.
And he is also the Eelin Patriarch.
Yeah, which is his title because he hasn't gotten that yet.
Yeah.
In flashback times. In the main, framing device of the story, he's gotten it, but we haven't seen how he gets it yet.
Yeah.
And
everybody decides that it's very bad.
Yeah. It's not good to be the Eelin Patriarch. That's when your name is actually fuck, so.
Yeah. It's legally fuck.
Yeah. So that's him, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, his backstory, I think we can talk a little bit about this and then get into what's going on with his, family situation?
Okay.
Yeah. His mom and dad are dead.
What are their names?
Wei Changzhe and Kangse Sanren.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, they are dead. Which you gotta love. Wei Changzhe
you do gotta love that.
Yeah. Wei Changzhe was a...
I think it's Wei Changze, actually.
Yeah.
Wei Changze.
Yeah. And Sangsa Sanren.
Sangsa, yeah.
I always get that fucked up because I'm American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sangsa Sanren. Yeah, okay.
So,
I too am American.
I too.
We are most.
We are all
American.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're dead.
Yeah, they're dead. Dad was a servant of good old Zhang Fengmian.
Yep, they were buddies.
They were best buddies. Sangsa Sanren was a rogue cultivator, which means she didn't belong to any sect.
She was a disciple of this, kind of a celestial cultivator lady who lived on a celestial mountain, and she took people in and trained them as cultivators, but only if they promised to never leave this celestial mountain and dedicate their entire lives to cultivating. Once they left the mountain, they would never be able to come back. And she left the mountain.
Whoops.
Yeah. And she went around as a rogue cultivator and met Wei Changze.
Yeah.
And, nobody else is really doing that, right? Everybody else is pretty much like, I am from this sect.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's a point of pride to a lot of people.
Yeah, rogue cultivators are, I don't want to say looked down upon, but they're kind of looked at funny.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a better way to put it. So yeah, and her teacher, her celestial teacher,
her warlock patron.
Her warlock patron was, when we say that she was a celestial immortal, whatever, it basically means that she was a cultivator who achieved the end result of cultivating.
Yeah.
She became an immortal, so that's what she's doing up there, and she's hanging out. So, they met at some point, and they hung out with old Jung Dad.
Yeah.
And they were all buddies. So we don't know exactly, the full extent of the nature of the three of them, their relationship. There's rumors. We can get to that.
Yeah.
We can come back to it. We can circle around to it. But after Lil Wei Ying's parents died, he kind of lived on the streets for a while, which is bad, because he was
Damn!
Yeah, he was between 5 and 9.
Yeah, either 5 and 9 or 6 and 9 or something.
Yeah. I don't think that's been detailed in the show yet, either.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So, Zhang Fengmian came up and, found him and picked him up and took him in without telling Madame Yu.
Yeah, he just said, hey, I found this.
This is my baby now.
Yeah, this is ours now. I would die for him. Get used to it.
Yeah.
So his name is Baby.
His name is Baby.
His name, as it turns out, is Baby.
As it happens, his name is Baby, and I would die for him.
So he gets taken in, and one of the big character traits that she pushes in the novel is that he spent a lot of his time on the streets fighting off dogs for, spare scraps of food, and that's why he's afraid of dogs.
He's fucking terrified of dogs.
Deathly terrified of dogs. That's one of his,
defining...
one of his most defining character traits, extremely.
Yeah, and so, which is why, if you look at one of the most recent ice cream ads... he's scared shitless of a dog.
Yeah, and it's the world's nicest dog.
I know!
Yeah, it's the funniest part about that is he's so terrified of Fairy. Fairy is a spiritual dog, which is they're incredibly highly trained and they're
basically sentient.
Sentient. Yeah. They're about the most, well, depending on who raises them, they're about the most docile dogs you'll be able to find in this universe.
You can tell he's sentient because he has human eyes.
That's how you know!
Yeah, that's how you know.
Yo, Iggy was a spiritual dog, confirmed.
Yeah!
Absolutely.
Okay, so we want to go on to the Zhang family, because that's who raised him.
Yeah, we can go on in the Zhang family.
So, Zhang family, they are the,
purple.
They're purple.
They're the purple ones.
They're the purple ones. They live in the Lotus Pier, that's the name of their house.
Yes.
Which is in an area called Yunmeng, and there's 4 of them. There's a dad, there's a mom, there's a girl, and there's a boy.
Yep.
Yeah, regular nuclear family.
They're a very, very normal nuclear family.
Not divided by divorce at all.
Yeah, absolutely. Zhang Cheng is the younger of the siblings, and he is the... most of what we see of him is being a smaller, kind of purple-clad boy with, kind of center-parted, short bangs that touch his chin, and he wears his hair in a little bun.
He has some braids.
He has some braids going on the sides of his head.
Fun fact, he only gets the braids when he's a grown-up boy.
I love that.
When he's a big adult man.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So,
yeah, it's good.
It's parallels, it's themes.
When you grow up, you get braids.
When you grow up, you get bangs.
And his older sister is Jiang Yanli, who everybody calls Shijie, which is the more like a respectful term for your martial sister. So that's why Wei Wuxian calls her that as well, even though she's not technically his sister.
Yeah. It's a girl who's older than you in the same sect.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's very sweet and nice, and she wears kind of a lighter purple. And she's got 2 little braided buns, and she's got huge eyes, and she's the cutest. And it's easy to tell the girls apart because there's 5 of them.
Yeah.
So...
And then we got Madame Yu Ziyuan, who is the mom. She is the very severe-looking woman with, pretty intense, cool hairstyle and purple lipstick. Mm-hmm. The purple lipstick is the main defining trait for her, I feel like.
It's very
And she wears a crown because she's the queen.
People usually call her Madame Yu.
Yep.
Or the purple spider.
Yep. I forgot about that. She is originally from the Meishan Yu sect, but we don't really know anything about it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what color they wear, but I guess we don't know.
No, we just know that Madame Yu is from the Meishan Yu sect, and they don't really go into detail about it.
We do know that she has 2 older sisters.
Yeah. And her servants are those 2, like, relatively rude silent ladies.
Yeah.
But she does have 2 older sisters.
Yeah, because they call her Third Lady. So.
Oh, yeah.
But, we don't know anything about her sisters. We just know that they exist.
Yeah.
So, but she is in a, oh boy.
She's in a very fraught marriage.
In scare quotes.
Yeah.
With old dad, Jang Fengmian, who, he also has braids when you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, when you really put your mind on it.
And he wears a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a little bun crown thing.
And the way to tell him and Zhang Cheng, his son, apart is Zhang Cheng, like, well, first of all, you never see adult Zhang Cheng and Zhang Fengmian in the same spot, because timeline speaking, unfortunately, not possible.
Yeah.
But Zhang Cheng, he wears bangs, and Zhang Fengmian, he works the kind of slicked back look with the bun and everything. And old JC usually just sticks to the bun itself, doesn't really wear the rest of it down.
JC is also mad all of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Fengmian is constantly sitting down clicking like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his favorite thing to do.
He loves to sit down and click like. Yeah.
Yep.
He's a big old centrist.
He is a centrist, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Pretty much sucks.
Yeah. But, so that's them.
That's the them. That's the family that took Wei Wuxian in.
Yeah.
And, Madame Yu really wants to treat him like the son of a servant, which, you know, he technically is. She hates that he gets the same amount, if not definitely more, love and attention from JFM than their actual son. She resents him for that deeply, and she resents Wei Wuxian for it as well. It's not very pretty, and she's mad at Zhang Fengmian all the time. All the time.
She also has a ring.
She does have a ring.
Yes.
She's got a cool hermit purple ring. I keep calling it that. It's a ring, and it turns into a whip, and the whip has lightning on it.
Purple lightning. It's sick as fuck.
Yeah.
Zijian, and which literally means purple lightning.
Yeah.
You know.
It's really good to me.
Sometimes you just gotta go with the literal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Wei Wuxian's sword's name?
Oh! So, another thing about this series is that everybody has, like, a cool weapon that has a name.
Mm-hmm.
And Wei Wuxian has a sword that he named Suibian, which means whatever.
Yeah.
He basically said, I don't know what to name this thing.
He came up with a list of, like, 20 different names, and he hated all of them. So, when Zhang Fengmian came up to him for a name, he was like, oh, well, just expecting Zhang Fengmian to, like, name it for him or something. He just went, whatever. And when Fengmian came back, that was what was inscribed into the sword, were the characters for whatever.
Thank God.
It was good. He was like, well, it's a pretty good name for a sword. They went over that during the, in the...
Episode 4.
Yeah, the Abyss episode.
Yeah.
When Lan Wangji was like, cool sword, what's this name? It's just whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck it, man. You know?
And it's such a good name for a sword, but it's like, it's still, like, blasted out of the water to me, personally, by another sword that we aren't going to meet this season, which has the best name for any weapon I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Fuck my life, 666.
Hate my damn life. Anyway. But I was gonna say, you called him JFM, and I get so mad, because fucking every time I see it written out like that, it makes me think of Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, and how people would...
It reminds me of fucking JFM, like, you feel me, except it's like, jaw feel me.
Dang!
Rude Boy Ting and Jaw Feel Me.
Jaw feel me? Like, jaw feel?
Yeah.
Pretty terrible.
Jesus.
Very sorry about it.
Just to get back to old JC, little Zhang Cheng, he's also got some other names that we know about.
He does. His courtesy name that nobody uses because Zhang Cheng is, like, the superior name, obviously, is Jung Won-yin.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
He's also known as Jung Won-yin, which is courtesy name. Not many people use it except for, I think, like, Lanjan a couple times.
Hwaesong uses it.
Oh, yeah. Hwaesong does use it. Oh, yeah, Won-yin Jung. And he also has, like, fancy boy, like, name that he gave himself, which is the Sandu Shengsho.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty, kind of whips hard, if I'm being real. It's really, Sandu is, like, the 3 poisons. I'm pretty sure it's, like,
it's either, a Buddhist thing.
Yeah. It's a Buddhist thing.
Yeah. But it's, like, it refers to, like, I know one of them is, like, being extremely mad.
Dang!
Shengsho means, like, it basically implies, like, the master of these things or something, so
he's the master of being mad, red, and nude online.
There you go. Yeah, those are the 3 poisons, are red, mad, and nude.
Yeah, it is. Exactly. Red, mad, and nude, Jung Won-yin. There we are. He doesn't really...
Wait, he's red, purple, he's mad, purple, and nude.
Yeah!
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So, I don't think anybody actually refers to him by that name in the series yet.
Some rando might have in the 2nd episode, but who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't remember it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So that's Jung's. How about we go to the Jins?
Yeah!
I feel like we can go to the Jins because...
there's a decent amount of them.
And also our little lady Jung Yanli. This isn't much of a spoiler because the interest to me is in how it all unfolds.
Of course.
Yeah.
So she is, when we start the flashback times, the vampire times, the double vampire times.
Double vampire.
She is engaged to Jin Zixuan, who is the heir to the sect.
She is one of Jin Guangshan's, or she? Did I call him a she? Okay. He is one of the only legitimate sons of Jin Guangshan.
Who fucking sucks.
He fucking sucks. He has many, many illegitimate children.
He cannot stop getting his dick wet.
Yeah, he refuses to pay child support for any of them. Has not paid child support in at least 30 years.
And he spends the entire series looking like this. Oh wait, this is an audio medium. Shit!
It's an audio. Definitely.
Well, I need to face it. He makes like the DreamWorks like smirk face.
Yeah, he extremely does. Extremely.
So the genetic thing you'll notice about the Jins is that they all wear yellow.
And they all have...
You come out wearing yellow.
You're born wearing yellow.
You're born wearing yellow. You're born with a little vermilion jewel in the center of your forehead.
And you're born with a very high ponytail.
Yeah!
Extremely high.
It's a good look. They wear yellow. They're the yellow guys.
Yeah. And the dude in charge during this big flashback portion of the season is Jin Guangshan, who we saw at the discussion conference. He was the man slobbering over the fascism.
Yeah, he loves it.
That's him. He loves it. He does have a legitimate wife, and her name is, everyone refers to her as Madame Jean. I don't think she's actually given a name aside from that.
Right.
Have we ever seen her? Because I've never seen her.
No, we haven't seen her. We might see her next season.
Yeah.
But one thing that we know about her is, well, we know 2 things about her. One, she's BFFs with Madame Yu.
Yep.
Which you love. And 2, she is a fucking hard ass on her awful husband, which he's terrified of her, which is good.
It's really
thank God.
Because he should be living in fear for every day of his life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like
Does she also make DreamWorks face?
I would assume. I feel like it's kind of a Jin.
Yeah, she's got him.
Yeah.
We got those 2, and then we got legitimate son Jin Zixuan,
who is he's got kind of some longer bangs.
Yeah.
And
they kind of frame the face a little bit more.
Yeah.
And he's got like a blunt cut.
No, I wouldn't say so. I would say Jin Liang has a blunt cut like Hime bangs.
Yeah.
No,
but
I mean in the back of his ponytail. The back of his ponytail.
Oh, yeah. No,
That's
you're
true,
totally right. You're totally right.
Yeah.
He's very pointy.
Yeah.
And he looks a lot like Jin Liang.
Yeah.
But the difference between him and Jin Liang, I mean, obviously, is that Jin Liang, he's got sort of like a Hime cut bang with some long tendrils. Jin Zixuan is more put together, a little shorter.
Yeah, Jin Zixuan has kind of resting bitch face.
He does.
Yeah, kind of a spicy one.
Kind of a spicy one.
Yeah, kind of a spicy one.
He, so, at some point, we have yet to see how these events unfurl, but at some point, the Jung-Yeon Lee and Jin Zixuan get married, and they have a baby.
Yep.
And the baby's
purpose.
On purpose!
Isn't that nuts?
Of their own accord. Isn't it weird how marriage can work like that, and you can, like, love the person that you're married to? Anyway,
yeah, they were very happy about it!
They were very happy about it! It was good. So they have a baby.
Yeah.
They have a little baby boy with these big baby eyes and this excellent Ariana Grande high ponytail.
Yeah.
And some Hime bangs.
Mm-hmm.
And big old baby eyes.
The beautiful young man, Jin Rulan.
Yeah.
That is his name. And fun fact, Wei Wuxian gave him that name.
Yep.
Yeah.
He gave him his courtesy name.
He hates his own courtesy name because he thinks it's
girly.
Yeah.
That's his problem.
Yeah, so everybody calls him Jin Liang. Those are his 2 names. He is the babies of Jin Zixuan and Jung-Yeon Lee.
Yep.
And he is my fucking angel. My sweet son.
He's just a little boy.
The absolute baby.
Just a
He's
little
my
boy.
favorite character.
I want to see him grow up big and strong. You know what? You're so fucking valid. You're so valid.
We are all love Jin Rulan.
We are all love Jin Rulan.
We meet him in the 2nd episode in the regular times.
Yes.
At which point he is 15?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or he's about to turn 15.
I think he's 14 at the
he's
time,
14.
right?
He's about to turn 15,
baby.
yeah. So he doesn't go by his courtesy name yet.
No.
I think over the course of the novel he turns 15.
Yeah.
But he's almost there.
Yeah.
He's just a baby boy.
Yeah.
Just a little
he's
boy.
Just a baby. And he has a dog.
Yeah.
We haven't seen the dog in the show yet, but
we
he
do
has
see the
a
dog
dog.
in the ice cream commercial.
Yes, he's
Yes.
in the ice cream commercial. His name is Fairy, and he
He's
used to
happy.
be called he used to be called Little Fairy, but then he turned into an adult, so now he's just Fairy.
Hey, who named Fairy?
You know who named Fairy? It was Jong Chung who named Fairy.
She's
Jong
good.
Chung used to when they were children, before Jong Fangmyeon brought Wei Wuxian to come live with them, JC had some puppies that he had to get rid of, and they were like, their names were like Princess,
Jasmine,
and Love.
Yeah.
Wow. Princess Jasmine and Love. He named them himself. So he's that
really
kind
sweet.
of pet namer. He's a fucking angel. I love him so much. He's the worst. Absolute unit.
Fairy is a black husky.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. And,
Really cute.
yeah, trained to human intelligence, but still has just, like, dog capabilities, so he's not gonna, like, talk or anything, but...
No, he's just smart.
Yeah, he's just very smart. He's a good boy.
He helps with the cultivating.
Yeah, he helps with it, yeah.
Jin Liang loves to shoot.
He does like to
He
shoot.
does.
He's a good archery
He's an archery boy.
Yeah.
He's an extremely good archery boy.
I think he might have gotten that from him daddy, because remember in the archery discussion conference, Jin Zixuan placed 3rd?
Yeah, he got 3rd behind the fucking huge gay show-offs.
Yeah, dude.
Love it. So that's basically all of the genes you need to know. There's going to be another gene showing up who makes me so angry because he's so similar to Jin Zixuan. His name is Jin Zixun.
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to
fucking
Xuan, it's Xun, and he's a huge fucking asshole.
Who the hell is that?
He's an asshole.
He's Jin Zixuan's cousin.
Yeah.
He fucking sucks, so...
There's just other pictures of Jin Zixuan.
Yeah.
I've also seen art of 2 ladies.
2 ladies.
Yeah, 2 ladies.
Okay, so here's who I'm thinking the ladies are. I'm thinking one of the ladies is Madame Jin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But there are 2 other ladies.
Oh, 2 other ladies?
Yes.
Well, I think one of them is probably...
Mm-hmm. I don't know who the other lady is. Who the fuck?
All I can think of is, like, Jong-Yeon Lee and Jean Robes.
Yeah,
That's about it.
That might be it. Because I have seen art of her in yellow.
Yeah. And it's cute.
Yeah.
It's cute to me.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it for the genes, though.
Yeah.
Those are the only ones you really need to know about at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to move on to the lawns?
Let's go to the lawns.
Let's go to the lawns.
Let's go over to Gusu.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a trip over the cloud recesses.
Yeah, the lawns and just the lawn sect in general are a lot more difficult to parse between each other because they're just, one of their main tenets is retaining just like a very specific type of appearance And
it's a hashtag look.
It's a hashtag look and a hashtag aesthetic that they've cultivated.
Cultivated.
Pun intended, boy.
We got a lot of questions about the lawn sect, so I'm just going to go through a bunch of these because a lot of them are kind of on the same line, or like we can kind of... So this kind of section of remarks and questions come from friend of the show Colin at Paginish. Quote unquote, I probably need an in-depth explanation on how to tell the Lawn clan apart.
Yeah.
Please get these clans more than one character design. I assume it's because, since Gusulan is pretty Confucian-aligned and is noted as having a ton of scrolls and written magical tools, they're the foremost scholarly of the schools and the best suited to actual education.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. So, the Lawns... So, when we first kind of meet them and their whole sect in general is kind of at the beginning of the flashback, I feel like that's when we get our first real, like, total look at what they're like.
Yeah, and at the cloud recesses and everything.
Yeah. And so, in the beginning of the flashback, Wei Wuxian and all his little buddies are studying in the Cloud Recesses, which is the Lawn Sect's house. And at that point in time, and I think continuing into the present, the Lawns are like, people want to send their kids to go study with them because their kind of acting sect leader, Lan Shiren, is like a fucking hard-ass teacher and like is like known for getting like really good results no matter what the student is like.
Yeah.
So they want to send them to him. But like, I feel like if it weren't for him, they would be seen as like the weird esoteric nerds.
The boring boys.
I don't know about that. Because I think Colin has a really good point in saying that they're pretty, they seem to be pretty evidently Confucian aligned. True. And they seem like a very scholarly, like they're really focused on those kinds of studies. And those studies were definitely important back then, even if they focused on fighting. It was still important to have these basic like tenets of knowledge or whatever.
Yeah, they're very traditional.
Yeah, they're very extremely traditional. But I think Lan Shiren plays a big part in that. But I think that they're like an Ivy League college.
Yeah. So
those are the Lawns. That's the environment that they're coming from. As far as the Lawn people go,
they have kind of a weird situation in the beginning. So what happened? What's going on is that they're in the beginning of the flashback. Let's start there. Their sect leader, who we don't know his actual name, we just get his title.
Yeah.
Chingheng Jun.
Yeah.
So
this is the right now one, right?
The right now is in the flashback.
The right now before.
Yeah. The right now before.
Yeah. We don't see him in the show at all because he's basically locked himself into seclusion.
Yeah. So what happened was that when he was 20, he met a lady rogue cultivator who we don't get her name, and she went and murdered a bunch of his teachers, I think. Is that what it was?
She severely wounded two of them, I think.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she attacked them somehow or another.
Yeah, she either severely wounded or murdered them. I might be thinking of... But,
so it was something along that line.
Yeah.
Point is, she fucked him up. But he fell in love with her anyway, but he still felt really bad about what she had done. So he went into seclusion, and he kind of put her in her own little secluded shack house thing on the Cloud Recesses property.
Because, keeping someone captive is a great way to express your love for them.
It's how you do it. It's regular and normal.
It's totally normal and regular, and you can... If you really think about it, you can see the way that would color how Lan Wangji.
Yeah, I was gonna say this sounds extremely very Lan-like.
Yeah, it's when
it's not great, but
it's not great. Yeah, but like when you live in a place where fuck is prohibited, where you're not allowed to even crank your hog.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even through this, the happy couple managed to have 2 children who are the twin Jades of Lan.
They're not actually twins.
They're not twins.
They're just called that.
Lan Shichen, who we saw in the beginning, he's got slicked back hair. in, like, little half bun, and he's got the rest of it trailing down his thing. He does not have the antenna like Lan Wangji does. Lan Wangji has the antenna in front of his forehead ribbon. And Zaewujun, which is Lan Shichen's fancy boy title, he's got little long sideburns, but they're underneath the headband. You feel me?
And he pops his collar.
He pops his collar. He pops his fucking collar, and Lan Wangji is a little too self-conscious for that.
Yeah.
You can tell he's a prep.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you pop your collar, that's you signaling to the world that you're cool.
Yes.
And Lan Wangji is not cool.
No.
Like, I love him to death, and he's a very good boy, but he's not cool.
He's a nerd.
If he were in, like, right now, he would be wearing a shirt tucked into khakis. Just, like, on the rig. But,
and another decent way to be able to tell Shichen and Wangji apart is that Wangji always he's mean-mugging a little bit. And Lan Shichen, he genuinely, like, generally, I should say, looks pretty chill, pretty relaxed. He's always, like, he's not afraid to smile.
He looks like he just smoked a fatty.
Yeah, he's got kind of a gentle look around
Star
him.
can never remember his name, so Star calls him Happy Guy.
Yeah!
And he's the happy guy.
Yeah! If you want to know about his general vibe, know that we have him set as, like, our I'm enjoying a weed minute emoji in our Discord.
Yeah. It's good.
I think more than any two characters at any given time, we get the most questions about how the hell do I tell these two guys apart?
And if it makes y'all feel better, people have a tremendous amount of difficulty telling them apart in the novel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the characters do. They're like, oh shit, I thought that was Lan Shichen, but it's actually Wangji.
Yeah.
And, like, you can't tell that it's actually them until one of them turns around. Fun fact, in the novel, and I think maybe also in the show, Lan Shichen and Lan Wangji are ranked the two handsomest cultivators in the cultivation world. Lan Shichen is only above Lan Wangji because he doesn't look like his face is constantly like he's smelling sour.
Smelling a fart, yeah.
Constantly smelling a fart.
I was going to bring that up because I love it.
Number one handsomest. And they're the only two children that Homeboy and his wife had.
Before she kicked it.
Yeah, before she kicked it.
Yeah. She got sick and died. Dad is still alive, but as of the point we're at in discussing the show, he's still alive, but he's grievously injured.
Yeah. He's probably not going to make it.
Yeah. Dad also has a brother who we mentioned before, Lan Shiren, and he is
goatee man.
Yeah.
He's goatee man.
I think he's the only man with facial hair.
I think so.
Yes.
At all.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bad look. Sorry to anybody who thinks it's a good look, but it's bad to me.
Too pointy.
Yeah.
Too pointy.
He is very pointy, yeah.
Loosen up a little bit. He be greasing. But, that's how you know who he is.
Yes.
Hold up. He is very pointy, but, like, do you want to see him with, like, a big scraggly circular beard?
I feel like it'd make him look a little bit friendlier, a little bit more approachable.
Yeah. More approachable.
Yeah. I mean, round is the, universal code for friendly character design.
Yeah, that's true.
So Pointy Boy really doesn't do it for me.
He's very frightening. Oh! Real quick, because I'm remembering it, another way to tell Lan Wangji and Lan Shichen apart is that Wangji has gold eyes, and Shichen has, like, dark brown eyes?
Yeah, like hazelish.
Yeah. So, anyway, goatee man. Goatee uncle. He's,
goatee man, he's very serious and incredibly pedantic.
Yeah. He's kind of acting as the sect leader right now, because Ching Hung Jun is, like, still in his little depression hole.
Yeah.
And he kind of only comes out in, like, really dire emergencies.
Yeah.
So he's kind of not doing actual sect leader things at all.
No, he's kind of ditching it and feeling sorry for himself.
Yeah. And Lan Shiren comes out and actually does the sect leader things.
Yep. And Lan Shichen helps him.
Yeah, because he's the heir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's oldest.
Yeah, he's old.
They're, I think, how much is between them? Like 6 years?
Oh no, we don't know for sure, but we know that it can't be more than 3 years.
Yeah.
And he's like 7,000 years old, right?
Who?
I remember a while ago, you said that he could be very old theoretically, because cultivating keeps you alive for a long time.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Lan Shiren.
Oh, he could be. I mean, we don't. Well, I think I was just talking in general about any of the like dad-aged sect leaders.
Yeah,
that's true.
We don't.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
we don't actually know how old any of the dads or anything.
No, because we have math. We have the power of math on our side.
The power of math.
We know.
Side.
Kind of.
Okay.
So we know that Shin Hyung-jun met wife mom when he was 20.
Okay.
So he's got to be. Shin Hyung-jun is probably anywhere between like 38 and like early 40s.
That tracks.
That's my guess.
Right now.
Yeah.
So following that,
and Lan Shiren is younger, so he's yeah.
Oh.
I don't think Lan Shiren is immortal.
No.
Huh.
I don't think any of them have achieved immortality.
No, they're not like very old. But
right? No, they just It's just that cultivation keeps you looking good.
Yeah, keeps you looking hot.
Mm-hmm.
So there's those guys, and then we have the juniors,
babies
who show up pre-post flashback.
Both.
Now this is just
they're in framing device
times.
Me.
Yeah, they're framing device times, and they're these two kids. And do they have clouds on their headbands? Are they both?
I don't
part
think
of the
so.
Lan family.
Well, they both have the Lan name.
Yeah, they both have the Lan name.
You
I can't remember.
I'm gonna look up official art.
So there are these two boys. It's Lan Jingyi and Lan Sishui. His is the very most
Jingyi does have clouds.
Yep.
Yeah. So they're both actual Lan boys. I can't really say much about their backstories because I personally don't know Jingyi. I think he was just made to be
I don't think
he's just there.
Companion for Sishui. Yeah. And then Sishui is spoiler?
Yeah, his backstory is a big old spoiler.
Yeah, it's a big old spoiler. But these two boys, if you know what you're looking for, you will be able to tell them apart, and I will tell you why. So, Jingyi has a very sassy kind of like long side bang happening.
It's extremely anime.
It's extremely animated. It only goes to one side of his face. He doesn't have anything like special hanging down on the other side. Sometimes his ponytail will like drape over his shoulder a little bit, and he's got a very big, fluffy, like slightly medium length ponytail. Mm-hmm. And they both wear the little hat thingies. Mm-hmm.
And Jingyi's always making the face like some sort of anime protagonist.
Yeah,
he's very anime.
Jingyi is extremely animated, I would say. He's a lot more animated than a normal Lan person, which is something that people remark on in the book and in the show. Yeah. Like, he's very emotional, and he's quick to anger, and he's the one that you'll find a lot of the time characters are like holding back, like, Jingyi, don't be an idiot, you know? Yeah. And
fun fact about him is that despite being a cultivator, he's scared of ghosts.
Yeah.
Which is cute.
That's a mood.
Bless his heart. And then there's Sishui, which is I think he's a little taller than Jingyi.
Yeah.
He's got sort of like little like side swept bangs, and he's got the sideburn antenna, and he always looks very gentle and happy and accommodating, and he's always very polite.
Yeah, he's soft spoken, but he's got kind of a deep voice for a teen.
He does.
Yeah,
it's pretty interesting. You could tell he was raised right.
Mm-hmm. He's a nice boy.
He's a nice boy.
He's just a nice boy, and he's very competent. He's good.
He's not very quick to anger. He's very much a good, true Lan disciple.
Mm-hmm. Bit of a apologist, but we'll get to that. Yeah, little bit.
But
interesting.
Could have no idea why that would be.
Yeah, I wonder.
He's trying to make the same face as Lan Zichen.
Yeah, like just following in his footsteps.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah,
I think that's really sweet.
It's good. And then we got the big boy, the absolute number one, world's first man.
We haven't talked about the number one, sweetest, most gentlemanly, sassiest, most hilarious boy.
Handsomest.
My number one favorite handsome. It's Lan Wangji, folks.
How can you talk about this series if you can't talk about Lan Wangji?
I need to talk about Lan Wangji for at least 2 hours.
He deserves it. So his given name is Lanjan.
Lanjan. Zhan.
Yeah.
It's cute.
So the Lan name means blue.
Yes.
And his given name refers to like a specific shade of blue.
Yeah.
And then his courtesy name is Wangji, which is like a Taoist phrase that means like forgetting the material world, basically.
Yeah.
Giving up all those possessions. So it's very funny to me when I have to run something through Google Translate and his name is, like, uses such literal characters that every single time, I know it's talking about him because it'll say Blue Forgetting Machine.
That's great!
That's his name.
Wow, Blue Forgetting Machine. And he also has a title, which is Hangguang-jun.
Hangguang-jun.
Which is, it's like, basically Lightbringer.
Yeah, it's Lightbringer.
Yeah.
It's Lightbringer.
My Lightbringer is Lightbringer.
My Lightbringer is Hangguang-jun every single day.
Hangguang-jun.
Hangguang-jun. Got him, folks.
I almost made my nickname this week. I'm out here drinking that Hangguang juice.
Hangguang juice! Fuck yeah!
Hell yes.
I absolutely love it.
He's good.
And one thing about the seniors in the Lawn family is that they wear outer robes that are a little more detailed than the baby boys' robes, so that's another way to tell them apart.
Yeah.
Hangguang-jun is one of the tallest characters in the series. Mm-hmm. He's beautiful, got long black hair, the long antenna in the front. He's always beautiful and pristine and well put together. He's always carrying that guqin on his back. Mm-hmm. That's his main weapon. Mm-hmm. And his guqin is also called Wangji.
Yeah.
He just kind of named it after himself.
Regular.
Yeah. His sword is named Bichen.
Yep. Which means... which means... Don't remember what it means.
I don't either.
I think it's... Oh, no, it means to brush away dust.
Oh, yeah.
So his sword is named Dustbuster.
Yeah.
Damn! In the book, when you read the translation on Exiled Rebels, I think it is, it says, please do not call it bitchin'.
God. Yes, please be careful of calling it Bichun, please.
Yeah.
That's a faux pas, baby.
Cripe. You get one. Anyway, Bichun is also really cool because it has, like, ice powers.
Yeah, it's really sweet, and, like, its glare is very easy for people to recognize.
Yeah, it's cool as hell.
And, like, all of the swords in the series have, like, glares, which is, like, the light reflection that they give off, and, like, you can tell which sword it is, especially if they're a popular or a famous cultivator. You can tell which sword it is by the glare that it gives off.
It's vibe.
It's vibe.
Yeah. Which will spectrum of visible vibe.
Yeah, it'll hopefully come into play next season when certain things happen.
Things.
It'd be fun.
I love when things happen.
I do love when things happen.
So what are some things that you gotta know about Lan Wangji? Because there's a few of them.
He smells like sandalwood. It's canon.
That is canon. He's handsome.
Extremely handsome. He's very strong, stoic type. He does not talk a lot, and when he does talk, he keeps it really concise. He doesn't say anything unnecessarily, unlike homeboy Wei Wuxian, who never... I have a mouth, and I'm going to use it to talk.
Yep.
Wei Wuxian.
Yeah.
So...
I have a mouth, and I must scream.
Yeah. He must scream. He absolutely must scream. That's the problem.
Found him screaming.
Found him screaming.
Lan Wangji likes to say, MN.
Yeah. It's his favorite.
It is his favorite. Instead of, like, actually saying a word, he just says, and gets his point across. Mm-hmm. It's really good. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the time, he will not necessarily say unnecessary things, but he'll say things out of anger, and he just does not know how to talk to other human beings a lot of the time, unless it's in a professional context.
Yeah, he's got a rough time with it. Which mood?
Extreme mood.
Big hat.
Yeah. He's like... In my heart, he is autistic, and that's, it would explain a lot of the ways he feels, and it makes me feel good.
And despite his difficulties expressing himself, he feels things very, very deeply.
Incredibly deeply.
And I definitely do not cry about it.
Not every day of my life.
Not me.
Every single day.
Not me, bitch.
He's just so fucking good.
He's extremely good. He gets drunk off of a single cup of rice wine.
God, I hope we see that in the new season.
Please,
I would like to look at
it. Shit-faced. I need it so bad.
Hangguang-jun shit-faced! I need it.
He's so good.
He's extremely good. And he wears a pretty outer robe, and he looks pretty all the time. He's just so fucking handsome.
He's very handsome.
And he never popped his collar.
He never
popped his collar, not even once.
And he's extremely fucking strong.
Yeah, absurdly strong. One of the main characteristics of funny lawn moments.
Yeah, lawn sect funny moments.
They train themselves through just doing handstands.
Yeah.
for hours at a time.
Yeah, you meditate while handstanding. Sometimes you have to do it as a punishment.
And you have to, like, copy down scripture while doing a one-handed handstand.
Yep.
It's super normal and cool to do to your children.
So
very regular.
It's normal.
Extremely normal.
They love to do it. And so the Lons are, like, kind of known for their arm strength. And Lan Wangji, I'm not going to give away exactly what it is. Scout, you know what it is because I texted it to you.
Yeah,
but there's a thing that happens involving this at the very end of the novel, and it's the best action I've ever read a person performing ever in my life.
Wait, what is it?
When he fucking...
Oh my god, yeah! He rules, dude.
He fucking rules. Anyway.
Han Guangju
He's strong.
rules.
He's strong.
And he's well known as showing up wherever the chaos is, which doesn't mean that, like, he's just there for glory. He's just literally there to, like, help people.
Yeah.
He just loves to help people.
Yeah. And
no matter how big or how small.
Mm-hmm.
He's very kind.
He's extremely kind.
He's a good boy. And the fact that he has a title, the Han Guangjun thing, having a title is usually reserved just for sect leaders, but he gets one because of just how good he is.
Yeah.
Because of how rules he does.
Yeah.
It's so good.
He rules.
Oh, speaking of rules, that's another Lon thing.
Yeah, they have, well, originally it's 3,000 rules.
Yeah.
And at the time of the present day, not in the flashback, it's 4,019. So they added 1,000 new rules in 13 years. And one of them is no one is allowed to talk to Wei Wuxian.
Yeah.
Yikes! At all? Ever?
No. You're forbidden from talking to Wei Wuxian. Because he fucked up, like... I mean...
He fucked up everybody's lives, bigly.
Extremely, yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant nobody's allowed to talk to Wei Wuxian because he talks too much.
No, just because he's Wei Wuxian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the boy who sucks. Plus he's got depression.
Depression.
Extremely depression.
Yeah. But the last thing you gotta know about Lan Wangji, and this is possibly, arguably the most important thing, is that, him gay?
Him deeply gay.
He's gay. He's gay as fuck, dude.
And he's extremely in love with Wei Wuxian.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like, it colors every single move he makes as a person.
Mm-hmm.
It can be kind of sad at times, but most of the time it's so beautiful.
Yep. And when you know it, everything clicks.
Yeah.
Yep. And everything adds up.
It's a lot more heartbreaking to me a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of the shit that happens.
He must be very stressed.
Oh, yeah.
Extremely stressed. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if Wei Wuxian has the shirt that says, I'm the guy who sucks plus I got depression, Lan Wangji has the shirt that just says, plus I got depression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's a little fucked up, but that's okay.
He's trying his best.
He is trying his absolute best, and he's doing a great job.
He's doing an excellent job.
Alright.
I love him, and I would die for him. So
I would also die for him. We do have one more technical... Two more.
Oh, wait, one more what?
2 more Lons?
Do we have 2 more Lons?
Well, we have 1 more Lon. He's not a member of the Lon family,
but
he is a member of the clan.
Yeah.
He's pretty important.
I was going to ask about this guy.
We got Suchet.
This motherfucker. So Suchet is a Lon disciple who's not a member of the family.
Yeah. And you can tell he's Suchet because he doesn't have the clouds on his headband.
Yeah. He sucks.
He's like a guest disciple or something.
He's just a member of the sect.
Okay.
Yeah. He eventually goes on to start his own sect, of which he is leader.
Of course.
Yeah, and he kind of copyright infringes on the Lon sect's Guqin cultivation skills.
Pretty much.
Brings that over to his sect, which is the Moling Su sect.
What color do they wear?
We don't know, because we aren't going to see them yet.
No.
We don't see them in this season.
They have a lot more to do with, like, the later events of the novel.
Suchet has an inferiority complex,
Mm-hmm.
because his main thing is he's constantly comparing himself to Lan Wangji, and wants to be better than him, which is like, good fucking luck, buddy, he's the second best cultivator in the entire world, so...
Yeah, there's a little bit of a problem when you're trying to measure yourself up to, like, basically an otherworldly prodigy.
Yeah!
it's just not fair to you. Like, just do your best.
Yeah.
And that's going to be good enough. Because, like, you just can't be Wangji.
Yeah. No, this is a man who nobody ever told him no shame in losing to the best. He never learned that. So he kind of goes around just fucking up and being shitty.
And overestimating himself. And just not having his intentions in the right place.
Yeah.
Which is like a cardinal sin for a Lan.
Yeah.
I'm looking at his hair, and his hair is kind of like Lan Xichen's hair and Zhang Cheng's hair at the same time.
His hair, to me, is most akin to a fellow that we're gonna go over in a hot minute, Mr. Wenchao.
Yeah.
Which cinematic parallels to me.
I like
it's
that.
themes to me.
Yeah.
But Suchet, that's basically what he's up to. That's his given name. His courtesy name is Su Min Shan.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see more from him, I think, in season 2. That's pretty much what we got about him right now.
Yeah.
So that's Lan's.
That's Lan's. We got Nie's.
We have an entire 2 of them.
Exactly
2 whole Nie's.
2 of them.
Is that weird to y'all?
That there's only 2 of them?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that.
A little bit.
I mean, I feel like there are definitely more to, like, the Nie sect, but as far as the Nie family goes, it makes a little bit of sense to me. Like, they're the only members of the quote-unquote ruling family left.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
because we see other, like, Nie cultivators, like, in things, but they're
cannon fodder.
Yeah, exactly. It's just Ming Dui and Huaisang that are the members of the actual ruling family, and they're the only ones that are left.
Yeah.
So
they were green.
Them.
Yeah.
They were green. You've got Nie Mingdui, who is the tallest character in the entire series.
He's fucking big.
He's like 6'4", I think.
6'3".
6'3".
He's a rectangle.
6'3", built like an extra thick
truck.
Dorito.
He's fucking huge.
Gigantic.
I would die for him. He doesn't need me to, but I would.
He was a cute, like, half ponytail. He's got long, beautiful hair. He's the only member of the older group of dads with any fucking sense.
He's not a dad, but I mean,
he's basically a dad to Huaisang.
Yeah,
he's 6 years older than Huaisang, and he's all Huaisang has left. So he's very overprotective of Nie Huaisang. Yeah,
we don't know this yet, but I feel like we could stand to bring it up because it'll lay some groundwork for whenever they feel like giving us a release date for season 2.
Please, God.
He is sworn brothers, which is like, it's like best friend marriage.
Yeah.
With Lan Xichen and another fella who we don't know yet,
a short king.
Yeah, a short king, a manlet who we haven't met yet, but who we've talked about and I have censored, probably. But that happens.
He's a very direct, I wouldn't say aggressive, but he doesn't take any shit from nobody.
Yeah. He's not about that life.
But he's not like uncouth or anything. He's just, he's a direct kind of guy.
Yeah. He can sometimes say things that he like immediately regrets.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's very principled. He hates it when people do bad things.
Yeah.
He has zero tolerance for that type of shit.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And he's the handsomest character in the show.
Yeah. He's
aside from Hong Kong-ji.
He's my one pass.
The one pass.
Yeah.
And then we have the baby boy.
My angel.
The ultimate sweetest angel in Nie Huaisang.
Perfect boy in Nie Huaisang.
Yeah. He's a perfect boy. He is in green, too. He's always hidden behind his fan.
Or behind Wei Wuxian.
Or behind Wei Wuxian.
Or the hammer space behind.
It's hammer space!
Yes.
We did get a question about him in specific, so I want to bring this up. So this came to us on Tumblr from First Order Dame, who says, do we know Nie Huaisang's other name? I use other name because I'm not entirely sure Huaisang is the courtesy one. I know it's long and everybody calls him that, but even his brother and his 2 besties, quote-unquote, back then use it. Anyway, what's his other name? I can't seem to find it, and Zhang Cheng won't answer when I play Inquiry. First off, that's his problem, and he's just being rude.
Yeah, extremely.
But second, we don't know.
No, they never tell us. Not in the novel, not anywhere else.
It drives me up a goddamn wall.
Same.
It makes me so mad.
doesn't have one either.
He doesn't have one either. He doesn't even have a birthday. Everybody gets a birthday except for him.
Maybe
he's just always around.
Yeah. Maybe the Yees just do it differently.
Maybe.
I don't know, because we didn't get a given name for him at all.
Yep.
We don't know whether Huaisong is his given name. We don't know whether Mingjoy is his given name.
Yep.
Like, it's just, those are the names that they were given. Like, and Mingjoy has another name, which is frickin' Qifangzun, which is, I don't know, do you know what
Crimson
it means?
Blade.
Crimson Blade.
That's so baller.
It's so fucking good.
And the reason all of these names end in, like, Zun and June, they're honorifics. They just basically mean gentleman.
Yeah.
So, just like a man of high renown.
What if it was Big Boy?
What if it was Big Boy?
Oh, I love that.
Crimson Blade Big Boy.
Crimson Blade Big Boy.
Yes, dude.
Extremely good.
Oh my god. Anyway, Huaisong, we don't know which name it is.
Yeah.
He's my little baby boy.
He's very,
He's soft.
He's soft. His thing is that he's very smart in the things that he wants to do, but if he doesn't want to do it, he just, like, does not put any effort into it whatsoever.
Yep.
So he sucks at, like, studies and stuff, and he's always cheating off of other people. He's kind of a trash heap. He also was the dude who brought in a shitload of porn when they were studying at the Cloud Recesses.
It's priorities.
And weed.
He shared it with everyone.
And weed.
Yeah, porn and weed. That's all you need.
That's what you need.
Great.
He knows what he's about.
That's what he's about. He just likes to relax and have a nice time. He likes to paint on fans.
Mm-hmm. Which is why he's always got one.
That's the baby. And he's
he
got
keep that fan on him.
Yep. He's got these huge, like, honey brown eyes.
He's so cute. He's got the sweetest little face.
He's extremely cute.
He's just a baby. And he doesn't have a title or anything. He's got just the one name. He's
always making concerned face.
Yeah. He's a little bit scared of things. He's a bit, like, kind of a hamster of a little boy.
Yeah. Most of the members of their family die of chi deviation just because the saber, you have to use a lot of negative energy to use the sabers that they use, and so a lot of the time that translates to a chi deviation, which is like not using the proper cultivation techniques to cultivate your chi and having it basically flip on you and kill you.
Yeah, you get mad. You
die of mad.
I have a quote about it, actually. Where did I put it? Oh, yeah. There's a part in the novel that says, this is referring to Nie Mingjoy, but it says, after his father, the last sect leader, was outraged to death.
Yeah,
so that's what it means.
Mood!
Yeah.
Extremely mood.
So, and they use sabers, which, they use that word to separate it from swords, because a sword you can, like, stab with it pretty easily, but sabers are more for slicing.
Yeah.
And they're basically humongous meat cleavers, and they use those because their sect was founded by a butcher, so you gotta kill people in order for it to, like, remain effective.
Yeah.
Yeah, and killing people builds up resentful energy, and that's where the chi deviation happens.
It's not ideal.
It sucks.
I've never seen Nie Huaisong hold a saber, though. He always just is like, here's my fan.
That's not his
big
weapon
reason
of choice.
For that, yeah.
Not his weapon of choice.
He doesn't like it. He doesn't want to do it. There's a part where he gets mad about having to do it, and he basically says, who fucking cares?
It's really good to me.
It's very good.
He just loses it. He snaps.
I think it might be the only time he curses, but he literally says, who fucking cares?
It's so good.
It's very good, and it's very relatable. But like I was saying, he only has the one name. He gets, like, a bit of a nickname later on, but it's not, like, something that he's ever addressed to his face with.
No,
because it's an insult.
It's derogatory, yeah.
But that's him.
Yep.
And him, Big Bro. I would die for them. They're the best.
Honestly,
same.
In the
I love to me. That's just me. Wens. Last but very not least. Got us some Wens, folks.
Got some
There's
Wens.
a lot of them.
So, in the present, in the framing device of the show, they're gone.
Yeah, they've been completely wiped out.
Yeah, they're extinct.
Yep.
And that's because of how much sucking they did.
Yep, but 20 years ago...
So 20 years ago, there was a fella named Wen Rohan, and he was... cuckoo bananas.
He was a beauty influencer.
Yeah, he was a beauty influencer, and he was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
He was nuts.
And he really liked fascism, so he decided to do a lot of it.
They basically conquered all of the cultivational sects through marrying into them.
Yeah, that's what they had been doing for a very long time. That was kind of their modus operandi.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Rohan came along and was like, you know what? We could do more fascism. Let's take some direct bad action. So he kind of set about doing that, and they went about, like, annexing a bunch of other sects. And anybody who said, I don't want to do that, they died.
Yeah,
so
just mysteriously and quickly.
It's regular. Mm-hmm. He has 2 large adult sons.
Mm-hmm. The only one we see on screen in the first season is Wen Chao.
Yeah.
But he has an older brother.
Yeah. Wen Shu.
Yeah. Wen Rohan looks exactly like the Fire Lord.
He does,
Pretty much just looks like the Fire Lord.
He is the Fire Lord.
He looks like Fire Lord Ozai.
He is
really
Fire
does.
Lord Ozai.
I like it. I mean, I hate to see it, but I also think that it's good, consistent character branding.
Yeah, it is.
And the Wen's motif is the sun, because they think that their brilliance can outshine the sun, and their influence can outlast the sun.
It's called I'm King Shit syndrome.
Yeah, I'm King Shit.
Yeah.
Extreme King Poo-Poo.
Yeah. So, the Wen I think that we deal with the most, in this season at least, is Wen Chao. Who's a bitch.
Yeah, that, and then Wen Young a little later on.
Yeah.
Wen Chao be the worst kind of bitch.
Yeah, he's kind of our main antagonist for this season.
He's awful.
He's the absolute worst. I will say, his voice actor does the best job out of, I think, anybody.
Oh, yeah.
He's having such a good time. What is this guy's name? Can you talk for a minute while I look up this guy's name so I can give him some props, because he does.
Oh, yeah.
I think he has greasy hair.
Yes.
Yeah, he's described in the novel as greasily handsome, which is such a good combination of 2 words.
That's me. I too am greasily handsome.
I love it so much.
He just and his voice is great, because a lot of the time when a voice actor goes for a nasally thing, they really overdo it, and it's super annoying to listen to. But this guy just has just enough of an edge on it for it to be slightly above natural and really entertaining to listen to.
Yeah.
Just to hear and immediately know that this guy's a huge dick.
Yeah. And he can alter it so that when Wen Chao is in front of Wen Rohan, you can tell how scared he is of his dad.
Oh yeah.
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 Okay, his voice actor's name is Liang Chao-chung. This guy, shout out to this man.
Yeah,
for doing it good. You're doing the most.
I'm so proud.
I'm proud of him. So Wen Chao fucks, unfortunately.
Yeah, that sucks.
He fucks a lot.
He's canon married. We never see his wife. Because what matters to him a little bit more is his wife's maid.
Yeah.
Former maid, I should say.
Is Big Titty, and she is not a member of the Wen clan yet. Or, well, I can't remember whether she actually married him or whether
she wears purple, though. So, she's not part of the Wen clan, right?
No. I don't think so. No, not yet. But she uses the fact that she's fucking Wen Chao to get all of this influence. And her name is Wang Lingjiao. And she may as well be a member of the Wen clan.
Yeah, she's Wen aligned.
She's Wen aligned, and she's used...
She's Wen passing.
She's used the influence that she has through Wen Chao to bring her own clan to prominency.
Yeah, they've become a sect, in their own right.
Mm-hmm.
The Yingchuan Wang sect now.
Yeah.
She's a little bit drunk with power, we can call it.
Extremely drunk with power.
You know.
She also has purple lipstick.
Yeah, she does.
That's the only lipstick that's available in Vampire Times China.
You just gotta use blackberries or some shit.
Yeah. It's natural.
It'd be like that.
Yeah, it's organic.
It's organic. So those 2 are the ones that we see, and then we also see Wen Shuliu.
Yeah.
Who is
a war criminal.
Wen Chao, known war criminal, and Wen Chao's right-hand man.
Yeah.
But he's not actually Wen Chao's right-hand man, he's Wen Rohan's right-hand man, and he's, as far as I'm aware, he was commanded by Wen Rohan to look after Wen Chao.
Yeah, to be his, personal bodyguard.
Yeah.
And Wen Shuliu is also known as the core melting hand, because that's what he can do.
Yep.
He has this cool technique where he just can basically reach in and demolish your cultivation organ.
Yep, forever.
Yeah, and turn you into a normie.
That's great.
It's good. He is not by birth a Wen. His birth surname was Zhao, I think.
Yeah, he got annexed in.
Yeah, he got pulled in and renamed because of how good he was at, basically doing Pesci Beach Boys. I kind of like him in the novel a little bit more than in the donghua, because in the novel you get, some descriptions about, how obvious it is that he fucking hates Wen Xiao and Wang Lingzhao, and he's he's so fucking annoyed with them all the time, but he still does the shit that he does because he's gotta.
Yeah. It's really funny to me.
He's I owe it to him. But
it sucks.
It sucks, but he's there.
He is there. And then the other two Wens of note are one of which we have not met yet at the current point in recording this in the Podcasting is Forbidden, the Cloud Recesses kind of timeline.
Yeah, in the PodRecesses canon.
Yeah, in the PodRecesses canon.
In the PodRecesses extended universe.
The other one is Wen Yang.
Yeah.
We love him!
We love
him. His courtesy name is Wen Xianglin. He is
a baby boy.
He's an absolute baby boy. He's the kind of dude who keeps all of his aggression and his grievances and everything so close to his chest that when he eventually dies, the force of them alone turns him into a fierce corpse.
Yeah. And when he dies, he goes sicko mode.
Yep, he goes sicko mode due to all of the closely coddled resentful energy.
He also turns into Nathan Explosion.
He does.
Yeah.
And that's the first time we meet him. We first meet him as a zombie, but he was a real boy once.
He was a real boy.
He was a real boy. I believe he's, a couple years younger than Wei Wuxian.
Yeah, he's a little bit younger, yeah.
A little younger than Wei Wuxian.
Yeah, a year or two.
But he's very soft-spoken. He,
has huge round eyes.
Huge round eyes. He's a cute little curly, ahoge.
Yeah.
And
he's in the novel, timid.
Yeah, in the novel, he has a really difficult time with stuttering.
Mm-hmm.
He has a hard time speaking because he's just so nervous. He's incredibly timid,
and they don't let him do anything.
Yeah, they don't let him do anything. They're assholes to him because he's a gentle, kind soul, and the Wens just can't stand that.
Only a baby.
The Wens hate happiness.
Yep.
Yep.
He is, if I remember correctly, the son of Wen Rohan's cousin? I think that's how it works. It's something like that.
That sounds right.
Yeah. So the way that Wen Rohan feels about, not Wen Yang, but the other Wen that we have yet to meet, is the way that I feel about the famous baby of Jeffrey. Who's my cousin's kid, who I love with all of my heart. I got to see him last weekend, and I hadn't seen him in a very long time, and he's walking now, and, he ran right up to me and gave me a big hug, and it made me want to cry and die. It was so good.
I love it!
Bless you, Jeffrey. Shout out to Jeffrey.
Shout out to
Jeffrey, if you're listening.
Jeffrey, if you're listening.
Jeffrey, when this is in the archives 10 years from now, you'll know.
Dear Jeffrey, this episode goes out to you.
And your normie parents who will never let you watch this series. It's not even on their fucking radar.
Oh my god. But yeah, we meet a couple more Wens, but they're spoilers.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all the Wens. Did we go over everybody?
There's some other characters that I have questions about, but I don't know if we're allowed to talk about
them.
Well,
we also, before we get to those questions, why don't we go to a circle back around like we said we were gonna.
Yeah. An ice cream commercial.
Let's circle back around to little Mo Xuanyu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we start out the series. This is kind of the first fellow that we see.
Yeah.
So Mo Xuanyu had a very bad life.
He did.
He is one of Jin Guangshan's illegitimate babies.
Yep. And he's one of the ones that he never took responsibility for.
Well, he did eventually for a little while.
And then Mo Xuanyu kind of fucked it up. Maybe, but it can probably be said.
We don't. Yeah, we don't know.
It can probably
it was
be
blamed
said
on him.
It was blamed on him.
Yeah,
but
that sucks.
It was probably a part of a larger plan.
Yeah. So, Mo Xuanyu, his mom was a very lower ranking kind of noble. And he happened. And his mom kind of spent a long time going, yeah, your dad's gonna come back for you someday. And then he did. And he brought him back to study at the Jin house for a while.
It's called the Koi Tower.
Yeah, the Koi Tower.
Yeah.
So he was there for a little while. He wasn't great at cultivating, but he was kind of interested in the demonic stuff.
Of course he was.
Yeah,
As you do.
Yeah, he picked up on a little bit of it. Thing about Mo Xuan Yu that you gotta know, and this was very much used against him, is that he's gay.
Yeah, he's a gay boy.
Yeah. And, so that was used against him, basically, and
It got him kicked out.
It got him kicked out.
And he was sent back to live with his shitty ass, his mom's sister.
Yeah, his mom died at some point, so he is living with his mean aunt and his mean cousin, and they both fucking suck, and they bite it in the first episode, so, yeah.
Like, almost immediately.
Yeah, almost
it's really
immediately.
Nice. Well, not immediately enough, because we still have to see how terrible they are to him first, because we get to see it firsthand because it's Wei Wuxian in his body, and they think it's Mo Xuan Yu, so they just treat him like shit like normal, you know?
So Mo Xuan Yu spends such a long time being treated like shit that eventually what he does is he says, I'm about to head out, and does a ritual where he just kind of yeets his soul into the trash and says, hey, Wei Wuxian,
you want this?
You want this?
You want yeah,
it's free real estate.
Come take this shit.
Yeah.
Come on.
And so his soul is gone. His soul is completely deleted.
Yep.
Emptied out the recycle bin. And Wei Wuxian's soul comes and bees in Mo Xuan Yu's body.
Yep.
And that's just kind of how it is.
There he is, and everybody thinks he's Mo Xuan Yu, and a lot of the reason people recognize Mo Xuan Yu is because he was a guest disciple of the Jin sect, even though he technically is a Jin. But yeah, that's the reason people might recognize him in the show and be like, oh, isn't that Mo guy, the one who's,
Yeah.
And he's depressed!
He's
got some mental health issues, which is like
extremely
understandable because of how abused he's been.
Yeah. I feel like that's one of the main reasons he would have mental health issues.
Yeah,
and
you hate it.
It's used against him, of course. So, just normal shit.
Yeah. He just basically spent his entire life having shit used against him.
Yeah. But so did Wei Wuxian.
Yeah.
So.
Yikes. So that's him.
The parallels.
So, Scout, you had questions.
Yeah. I'm looking at this picture that you posted.
Which picture?
The picture that you posted that was like, hey, ask us questions
yeah.
about these humans.
Okay.
So, like, first of all, who's this girl?
Which girl?
She is wearing a beautiful mint green outfit.
Oh, the girl in the front!
Okay.
That's a character who shows up with the other three characters in that kind of general area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is part of the novel that's a flashback, and it explains one of the characters that shows up briefly in during Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji's hunt for the rest of their dear friend.
Yeah, their corpse friend. They're
corpse
pieces
friend.
of corpse friend.
They're pieces of man.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
Yeah, so the four of them are part of what's kind of referred to as the Yi City arc.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna see that in this upcoming season.
I'd love to see them animated.
Yeah. I don't want to get into that a whole lot because it's spoilers hugely.
Spoiler City, yeah.
Spoiler City. Yeah, it's the Spoiler City arc. But basically the purpose of that whole arc, one of the purposes of that whole arc, is to explain a thing that happened that led to a lot of other shit that happened.
Huh.
Yeah.
That didn't explain anything at all.
Listen, I don't know how else to explain it.
Do we like them?
We like her, and we like the two guys that are above her.
The one on the bottom.
We don't like the man who's making anime face.
No, we don't like him. He's Ratman.
He's Ratman.
Yeah, there are a couple Ratmen.
Yeah. Couple pretty terrible people in this series.
Yeah.
Out of him, Jin Guangshan, and who is the worst man?
Jin Guangshan.
Yep. Jin Guangshan.
Yeah,
definitely.
he's the worst man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the worst.
He's the funny.
I mean, I don't know anything about this new man, but I think he's the worst man.
Yeah.
Jin Guangshan
he has no fucking reason for anything he does. He fucking sucks. He's a bootlicking piece of shit.
He's a bully and he sucks.
He's a bully and he sucks. So yeah. Is there anything else we can say about the E-City arc that doesn't, like, give the whole thing away?
An eye for an eye makes everyone blind.
There we go.
Yeah, because that one man is wearing a blindfold.
Yeah!
Yeah.
There you go.
You know, his eyes are still in the picture, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will say that.
They're somewhere in the picture, but they're not on him.
Remember those
I Spy books? In this physical
books?
picture, or, like, in the picture metaphorically?
No,
both.
It's both. That's pretty much everybody.
Did you have any other questions? Yeah.
Yeah, what's good?
So lady next to Wen Yang is... She looks different than I expected her to.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters who look different in this picture.
I'm guessing Purple Man is Zhang Zhang.
Yeah, Daddy.
He looks different.
He looks so good. Yes.
He looks like he's ready to come home.
Yes, John Won Yin. Yes.
Hey, y'all did forget somebody important in this picture.
Who?
Top right corner. Come on.
Oh yeah, it's Little Apple.
Lil Apple,
that's our best friend.
Beautiful Little Apple. Clearly, I feel very seen by the artist of this picture, because it's clear that they put way more effort into learning how to draw human beings than they did in learning how to draw like anything else. And I really appreciate it, because that's a big fucking move.
Yeah. But Lil Apple is a donkey, and basically there's three things. The first three things that Wei Wuxian does when he realizes that he's now in Mo Xuanyu's body and he's alive again is that he says, hey, this guy's stealing my cultivation techniques, and rips him to shreds. He kicks Mo Xuanyu's cousin's ass.
And then he finds a whip.
Yeah, he finds a whip. He ghost rides the whip, literally.
Ghost rides the whip.
Sometimes you do it.
So there's a donkey outside of the little shack that Mo Xuanyu is living in.
And he's like, this'll do, and hops on it, and it doesn't move until he, starts throwing food at it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, very big mood.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lil Apple is a donkey that Wei Wuxian steals. Yeah. And just has for kind of the rest of it.
Yeah, it's his mount. It's his glorious steed.
It's his whip.
It's the whip.
Yep.
It's great. And its name is Lil Apple because it only eats apples.
Mm-hmm.
That's the shit that it likes.
People make fun of Zhangsheng for naming things goofily.
But that's pretty dumb.
Yeah.
It's dumb as hell.
I think it might be par for the course.
Yeah. There's
maybe it's a Zhang sect thing.
Yeah, they share 1.5 brain cells between each other.
Yeah.
His mom said it's my turn to use the brain cell. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's different in this picture than it is in anything else.
I see like a fluffy thing next to Yanli, but I don't know if that's supposed to be fairy or what.
I think that's fairy. And
okay.
I just had to. I had no other way of putting the funny drill tweet in it that wouldn't cover him up.
Unless you slap it on top of Long Wonji's head.
Yeah.
And I can't do that.
And can I just say how beautiful he is in this illustration?
He is very
beautiful.
So beautiful. He looks good.
I think in this picture, the person that looks like the most beautiful, shockingly to me, is Lan Zichen. He looks shockingly beautiful.
Zichen is beautiful.
He is very beautiful.
They're just gorgeous. Even the lawn children look so good.
Yes,
Queen, you look so good. Let's talk about Wen Yang's cute choker collar.
Yeah.
Ooh, bitch.
I like that Huai Song is going, hello?
Yeah. Hello? This donkey's eating my hair?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I really because in the novel, did we get any kind of description of what colors the Nyes actually wear?
No.
Yeah.
So they're wearing red here.
Yeah, they're wearing dark,
earthy. I like it.
Earthy tones and
I do
black,
like it,
and it looks really fucking good.
And Wei Wuxian is wearing a little more red than he usually does.
Mm-hmm.
The borders of it is thicker, and I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Red
in this
suits him.
picture, Ye Mingjue can come home.
He can definitely come home.
When you say come home, do you mean come home to my pussy? Because
No!
same.
He can just come home. Come hang out with me.
At the end of
come
the night.
Come to my house. Nye Mingjue come to my house challenge.
Come to my house.
That's
my house. I'm gonna feed you peach and pear and pussy and boob and... Okay, I'm done.
No.
I'm 100% done. I'm so sorry.
Any episode where Fallon sings is the best episode.
I think that's every episode.
Fuck a Miranda sings. It's Fallon sings now. It's time for me to shine.
Yeah.
Come on my house. Nie Ming-Jue can come home. Lan Shi-Chen can come home. Zhang Chang can... He needs to be home fucking immediately.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about before the streetlights go out kind of moment.
So that's picture. That's basically everything. We do have one question that, like, I kind of couldn't fit into the discussion anywhere, so I think we could touch on it here.
Yeah, let's do it.
So this comes in from Discord member of the Discord, which you can also join our Discord.
Please.
We will have a link. We have a link in the description of every episode.
We send link, you join Discord.
Yeah.
Anyway.
From Discord user Niefoisant.
I love that.
I love it.
It's good.
Who asks, were there Wens attending the Cloud Recesses school? We didn't get to see them, right? Thinking emoji. The Gen at least mixed with the quote-unquote commoners. Which is a good question. We don't see any Wens there, and I think that's because the Wens kind of think their shit is too good to be sullied by any other sex education, because, I mean, later on, they bring everybody else there to be re-educated.
Exactly. I think they think themselves above it.
Yeah, they're like, we're doing this right, so that sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, because the leaders of these clans would send their children there if they thought that, you know, they had something to learn from them, but the way that the Wens think is fundamentally that they don't have anything to learn from anybody else because they're already the best, you know? So I feel like it would defeat the point of the particular narrative that they're trying to put forth.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably why we didn't see any Wens there.
Yep.
And they didn't mention Wens being there in the book either, if for what it's worth.
Mm-hmm. And kind of on that topic, friend of the show, Colin at Pagedish, brought something up about everybody going to study at the Lan school, and how we only really see training at the Lan's house and the Zhang's house.
Mm.
And I think that's just because those are the sects that we focus on the most.
Yeah.
I think in the novel, there's a part where they're actually at the Koi Tower, and I think there's some, guest disciples there studying there. Yeah.
And,
I'd like to go there.
Same. And, Nie Huaisang at one point was, remember, in one of the earlier episodes where he was like, I'm gonna go study
that was one of the
next
first
year.
things he said, yeah.
Yeah, so, I think that the only reason we see the Cloud Recesses as, the place that people are flocking to learn is because that's one of the only things that they focus on in that particular thing.
It's a snapshot.
It's a snapshot.
Yeah.
It's a little vignette.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
I think that guest cultivators are probably super, super common in the rest of the sects. They all seem like they have something different to offer.
Yeah, one of those Yi City boys was a guest disciple of the Jinns, which we will learn. And that's a big fun point.
Yeah, extremely.
Yeah, thinking emoji, galaxy brain.
Very much galaxy brain.
Galaxy funk. Anyway. So there's that. Anybody else have any questions or remarks, class?
Those were my questions.
No, honestly, I think we covered most of it.
Yeah. I think it's good.
I think it's good to me, too.
Yeah, we've been recording for a damn minute. I wanted this to, be short, but oh well. Let's do some cleanup real quick. Yeah, so this was kind of an episode.
Kind of
an episode.
Just kind of talked about our faves.
Yeah. You can find our actual episodes on noisepace.xyz, which is the network where we're hosted.
Yay.
You can go there and listen to a lot of other good podcasts. All of them are good. I would recommend any of them. There are a lot of them.
Yeah. Just scroll through, pick one at random, and you likely will not be disappointed.
Yeah. I'm Roy. You can find me on Twitter at SemperFunny.
I am Fallon. You can find me also on Twitter at America's Burden. I also have a side MXTX content account at Cool Purple Uncle. You know, that's my boy.
Mm-hmm.
Roy, are you going to do yours?
I guess.
Yeah, what's your fun sexy account?
My side account, my side MXTX MDZS account is at Eelin Hypebeast.
It's good?
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the
Scout. You can find me at Alderani on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
We do it.
Thank you for coming on with us, Scout, keeping us in check just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate
absolutely.
It. It was a good little
I just like to hang out.
It's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just chilling.
Good little not an episode. Fun little moment.
Yep.
And hopefully it cleared a couple things up for people who were having trouble differentiating these folks. I know it's pretty difficult, but I feel like maybe that's part of it.
Yeah.
Now you know what everybody looks like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In this audio medium. Yep.
You just like, I feel like the one thing to take away from this is when in doubt, look at the bangs.
Yeah.
Look at the bangs.
So that's sort of episode.
It is sort of episode. We really appreciate you stopping in with us this week. Sorry for the not actual content, but we will have excellent content for you coming next week.
Yeah. Like, rate, subscribe, leave us some feedback, leave us some comments and reviews, some stars.
Send some smoke signals.
Yeah.
Send us a toe in the mail if you want.
Ew!
That'd be cool.
Please don't send us a toe in the mail.
No, I want to see it. I want to sell it on eBay.
Why?
They make a lot of money. Also, it's like a great signifier of someone's devotion to this weird, stupid MDZS podcast.
I guess.
Where are they gonna get the toe?
From themselves.
Everyone's got 2 of them.
It's a noble sacrifice. They've all got 10 of them, so...
People have 10 toes? Oh, they do have 10 toes. I'm thinking only the big toe. I'm cutting that out.
Oh my god!
I forgot how many toes people have.
You were like genuinely laughing at me for a minute before you realized what you said.
I'm embarrassed. How about we end the episode before I evaporate?
I love you, donkey.
I love you, Roy.
I love you, Roy. Anyway, thank you so much. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next week, folks.
See you, folks. Semper Bunny.
Semper Bunny.